Good morning, children. So let's continue from page number 55. Children, you can see a picture here. Ramlal is sitting on a cot. Bholi's mother is sitting there and one of her sisters. And Bholi is sitting here in the corner with a doll. You can see the poke marks are also shown on her face. So this is Bholi. Bholi was 7 years old when Mangala was married. So the second daughter was Mangala. So when Mangala was married, Bholi was only 7 years old. The same year, a primary school for girls was opened in their village. The Tahsildar Sahib came to perform its opening ceremony. He said to Ramlal, as a revenue official, you are the representative of the government in the village, and so you must set an example to the villagers. You must send your daughters to school. So when Bholi was 7 years old, on that same year, a girls' school, primary girls' school was opened in their village. Means a school up to class 5, and it was only for girls. So the opening ceremony was done by the Tahsildar Sahib. He is also a government official, and when he came to do the opening ceremony, or when you can say when he came for the inauguration, he asked Ramlal to send his daughters to school because he was a representative of the government, and he can set an example. And after Ramlal, other villagers will also send their daughters to school. So to set an example for the villagers, he asked Ramlal to send his daughters to school to study. That night, when Ramlal consulted his wife, she cried, "Are you crazy? If girls go to school, who will marry them?" Since children, it was the time when it was not thought of good to send girls, especially to school for studying. So when he took an opinion, consulted means to take an opinion. So when he took an opinion of his wife, she cried, "Are you crazy?" Means, no, it's not good to send our girls to school. If they will be sent to school, no one will marry them. So this type of thinking was there. It was not considered good to send girls to school. But Ramlal had not the courage to disobey the Tahsildar. At last, his wife said, "I will tell you what to do. Send Bholi to school. As it is, there is little chance of her getting married with her ugly face and lack of sense. Let the teachers at school worry about her." So, when Ramlal's wife denied about others, but Ramlal had he couldn't he had he couldn't dare to disobey the Tahsildar. Courage means he can't dare to disobey the Tahsildar. So his wife, Bholi's mother, she suggested to him that we can do one thing, we can send Bholi to school. Since Bholi is not beautiful also, and she is a little bit, you can say, she is Bholi. She has a lack of sense, means she has shortage of wisdom. So there are very less chances that anyone will marry her. So it will be good for us that we will send Bholi to school and let the teachers at school, they will take care of her in the school. The next day, Ramlal caught Bholi by hand and said, "Come with me, I'll take you to school." Bholi was frightened. So the very next day, Ramlal took Bholi by her hand, and she was taken to school. He told her that he will take her to school. Bholi was frightened. She was scared. She did not. Next page, children. Children, you can see a picture here. The school is there, girls are going there, and Ramlal is also there carrying Bholi by her hand. Both of them are going to school. So, she did not know what a school was like. She remembered how a few days ago their old cow Lakshmi had been turned out of the house and sold. Now Bholi, since she was a simpleton, she didn't know what a school is. She only knew that a few days before, their old cow, the cow who has been turned old, and the cow's name was Lakshmi, she was taken out of the house and she was sold to someone. "No, no, 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 no," she shouted in terror and pulled her hand away from her father's grip. Grip is a hold, you can say. So she was frightened, and she, in fear, she just shouted and she just pulled her hand away from her father's hold. "What's the matter with you, you fool?" shouted Ramlal. "I'm only taking you to school." Then he told his wife, "Let her wear some decent clothes today, or else what will the teachers and the other schoolgirls think of us when they see her?" So from this paragraph it is clear that Bholi was generally, she was not taken care of at her home, and when she just cried her father and she just pulled her hand from her father's grip, her father told her that I am taking you to school, and he asked her wife to put some good clothes on Bholi. Otherwise, and it was only because what the others will think of. It was not like कि हाँ Bholi should, since Bholi is also their child and she is a little bit simpleton, she should be taken care of, proper care should be given to her. It was not out of that. Rather, it was what the other people, what the teachers and other schoolgirls will think of them. That Bholi is not taken care of. Enough care is not given to her. That was the reason her father told her mother that she should be taken care of, she should be worn some good clothes, and like that. New clothes had never been made for Bholi. The old dresses of her sisters were passed on to her. Children, this is generally a trend in villages. Now it's not like that, but earlier also, maybe in some houses still this trend is going on, that generally the the younger ones, they are made to wear the clothes or the dresses of their elder brothers and sisters. So same happened with Bholi also. New clothes, they were never made for her. The old dresses which were made short, and or when her sisters, they were grown up, the dresses become short, they were passed on to Bholi. So Bholi always used to wear such clothes. No one cared to mend or wash her clothes. Mend means to repair. If any dresses, you can say कहीं से सिलाई उधर जाती थी और फट जाती थी, तो no one even tried to repair those dresses. They were simply given to Bholi to wear. But today she was lucky to receive a clean dress which had shrunk after many washings and no longer fitted Champa. But today also the same happened. Not a new dress was made to her, but today she was going to wear at least a clean dress. And that dress was of Champa. Because of many washings, that has become shrunk, means that has become little in size, smaller in size, and now it no longer fitted Champa. So that dress, a clean and well washed dress, was given to Bholi. She was even bathed and oil was rubbed into her dry and matted. Matted here means entangled into a thick मैश, मीन्स उलझे हुए बाल बिल्कुल, जिनमें कभी तेल नहीं लगाया गया था, कभी कंघी नहीं की गई थी, क्योंकि भोली की कोई केयर करता ही नहीं था, ना उसे कोई नहलाता धुलाता था, ना उसके कपड़ों को रिपेयर किया जाता था या धोया जाता था. सो टुडे इट वॉज अ लकी डे फॉर हर शी वॉज गिवन अ बाथ, हर and oil was put into her hair and they were combed also. Only then did she begin to believe that she was being taken to a place better than her home. And then Bholi also realized that since some such new things were done to her, so she also started thinking that today she is going to a place which is better than her home. So she was, मीन्स इतनी तो उसे समझ थी कि वो इन बातों को समझ लेती थी कि हाँ, समथिंग गुड इज गोइंग टू हैपन टू हर. Now, when they reached the school, the children were already in their classrooms. Ramlal handed over his daughter to the headmistress. Left alone, the poor girl looked about her with fear-laden eyes. Fear-laden means fear-filled eyes. And there were several rooms, and in each room, girls like her squatted on mats, reading from books or writing on slates. The headmistress asked Bholi to sit down in a corner in one of the classrooms. Now, when they reached the school had already started, and the children were already in their classrooms. Ramlal, he just handed the daughter to the headmistress, the principal, and he left the school. Now, Bholi was left alone. Her father was not with her. The poor girl looked about her with fear laden, means her eyes were filled with fear because it was all new for her. She was seeing all these things for the first time. There were so many rooms, and in every room, girls were sitting there on mats, and some were reading the books, some were writing on their slates. And the headmistress also told Bholi to go in any of the classroom and sit in any corner of any of the classroom. Bholi did not know exactly. Next page, children. a school was like and what happened there. But she was glad to find so many girls, almost of her own age, present there. She hoped that one of these girls might become her friends. Children, that's all for today. Rest we will do in the next class.